Artist books offer visual and tactile opportunities to explore intermediate spaces, somewhere between the hard lines of explicit boundaries. Hoops and SPF 50 by Savannah Bustillo examines when the artist feels least and most colored. This Side of Night by Delita Martin draws us into an immersive dreamscape of symbolism and transcendence. Savannah Bustillo is a queer, second-generation Colombian-American artist, combining print, book, and papermaking with anthropological investigations. She explores spaces in the margins. Bustillo pays particular attention to places where society relegates identities that are not easily reconciled. The laser-engraved boards of the slipcase feature the objects of the title, Hoops and SPF 50. Inside are 2 companion books. Each features a prominent statement at the front. I feel most colored when I wear big hoops. I feel least colored when I wear SPF 50. All of the text and images are embossed in the white paper. Each page of this volume declares a different thing that makes her feel most colored. However, an erasure is happening through the book. Words from the repeated part of the sentences are progressively replaced with an underscore line. I think about what this erasure looks like. These are not empty gaps. The original words are reflected in the length of the lines. It is an impactful combination of erasure and negation, alongside physical remnants of redacted words. Bustillo explained to me why she embossed the book. She said, "It was a key choice as a way to highlight the written statements as background thoughts that exist at a constant hum for me. Pulling these words and thoughts from the background, the paper substrate itself, and then having them just as quickly pulled away, illustrates my personal relationship with these raw, visceral, and tactile statements." The companion book follows the same format, except now focusing on when she feels least colored instead of most. The sunblock and the hoop earrings float around the pages of their respective books. A counterpart to the consistently placed statements, they remind me of the background thoughts constantly moving around in Bustillo's mind. Like the other book, each statement is brief but sharp. With few words, they flood my head with thoughts about race, assumptions based on the way we present, and how we perceive the differences in our own skin against those around us. Bustillo notes that Hoops and SPF 50 is a continuation of the conversation and legacy of author Zora Neale Hurston's seminal essay, How It Feels to Be Colored Me, and artist Glenn Ligon's work, untitled, I Feel Most Colored When I Am Thrown Against a Sharp White Background. Bustillo redacts through the word I, erasing the self. We are left with the actions, and it becomes impossible to ignore the stereotypes, microaggressions, and racial interpretations society applies to them. Read together, they offer sensitive insight into the liminal space Bustillo occupies in a culture that categorizes people as either white or other. Texas-based artist Delita Martin is known for her large-scale prints onto which she draws, sews, collages, and paints. Throughout her work, she uses distinct visual language to restructure the identity of Black women, telling stories and sharing a different perspective on the lives of those who have been marginalized. This Side of Night is encased in an unmarked and very soft fabric sleeve. Touching the sensual material immediately shifts my body and brain to to a calm and peaceful position. The slipcase is also deep blue and minimal, suggesting perhaps the quietude of night. Lifting the two sides of the cover is like opening gates to a different world. This woman holds my gaze. The gold circles of the pattern she rests on, and the edge of the gold hoop earring, reflect the moons on the front cover. When I look at them again, I see them as both moons and gold hoop earrings. The different stylistic representations of the woman and the birds hint at a world distinct from our own reality. The woman's posture suggests to me that she is rising. My black woman magic created a world under the moon. Birds are frequent symbols of freedom and enlightenment. Martin explained that in dreams, they manifest as messengers from the depths of the unconscious. She wrote, "Their presence signifies a yearning for liberation, beckoning the dreamer to embrace their desires and aspirations, and to soar above life's challenges with grace and determination." The color, texture, and overlay of pattern in the images across every page of this side of night adds to the otherworldly dreamscape. Martin explained to me that she regularly addresses the spirit world in her work. It is important to her that we exist and interact with this space at all times. She refers to the patterned backgrounds in her art as veilscapes. These directly refer to the spiritual landscape and world made visible. These patterned veilscapes interact with the figures to address how we marry into spiritual spaces and how we transform into the spiritual other. These pages are very large and open in different directions. As the book advances, it physically expands on the table to immerse us deeper. The text also shifts. Remaining on the open page on the left, these words stay in place as the book continues to open and the poem progresses. I like the ambiguity of how this could be read, whether or not to repeat where blackbirds gather with each new page as the bird's actions intensify. It reflects that sense of a dream or spirit world, where answers might be presented to you in symbolic form, not explicitly stated. Martin uses other techniques to draw us closer to this place. A slight deboss in the floral print creates a tactile connection between the world I can touch and the patterned spirit world of this book. Focusing on this woman's hand, body, and the bowl, I read a gentle strength and power of harvest and creation. This side of night is a variable edition. Some details, like the patterned paper and the woman's garment, are different in each copy. Martin explained to me that all of her works are varied editions. She loves the idea of having unique impressions in the world. Martin seeks to create a viewer experience that is special and unique to them. With the book fully open, this woman's face is lit by a moonlight glow. Her position is dominating. Like all of the women in the book, she appears calm and strong. Time in this world is ancient and immediate. The boundaries seem limitless. We are presented with a place that stretches beyond our own time and existence, but these women, and we the readers, are enfolded and embraced into this ethereal world. Hoops and SPF 50 and This Side of Night exemplify how color, page turns, and tactility, paired with carefully developed images and text, give the reader the opportunity to inhabit these liminal spaces.